Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 29th of June, making the transition to a drier air mass today. Things look pretty quiet around here for a while. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. We'll begin with the Jasper Skycam in Walker County. That is looking east from the top of the King Building. The sky mostly sunny, a few fair weather cumulus clouds there. Pretty much the same sky from Mount Cheehaw. Cheehaw State Park, always a lovely place to be, especially in summer when it's nice and cool up there compared to the lower elevations. The elevation at the summit there is 2,407 feet. And up in the Tennessee Valley, that's the Tennessee River, as seen from our Skycam in Decatur. Here's the pretty TV depiction of that ridge. You can see the heat bubble over Texas and what that's doing. It's pushing a tropical storm, Arlene, into Mexico, and we're on the periphery of that, giving us a northerly flow aloft. There's the image we prefer to see. That's the water vapor satellite data, and on top of that, the contours at 500 millibars. Heat ridge centered around Amarillo, Texas, and again, you can see down below that in the Gulf, the southwestern Gulf, the Bay of Campeche. That is Tropical Storm Arlene. And around here, numbers aren't that bad. Temperatures are below guidance, and nobody's griping about that in the summer. Only 80s around here. Look at Haleyville, 83 at 2 o'clock, and that's with no rain. Of course, we've got some clouds around, and that's helped to keep things down a bit. Tuscaloosa, 88, Birmingham, 87, Anniston, 86. And around the nation, as has been the case much of the summer, the most intense heat off to the west. Readings nearing 100 around the Oklahoma Panhandle. Temperatures are in excess of 100 over the deserts of Arizona. Awfully cool out there in the Pacific Northwest, where they're in the 50s, and also 50s over the Great Lakes. At UP in Michigan, looking awfully cool with 50s on a late June afternoon. There's the watch warning map. Things are awfully quiet nationally. We note a couple of counties down there in far south Texas under a coastal flood watch due to the waves coming in from Arlene. And out west, some wind advisories. Convective outlook today got a slight risk way up north, parts of Idaho and Montana. Day 2, convective action stays to the north. We are in a very dry air mass, and we'll be dry for a while. In fact, there's the QPF chart. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning at 7. Not very much, just a trace. The bigger numbers over South Florida, down there below Orlando, and in North Mexico with Arlene coming in late tonight or early tomorrow. And again, hot, dry, and dusty out there west of here. Peek at the radar just for the fun of it. That's at 2:31, and you can see a couple of isolated showers way down south over Lee and Macon counties, around Opelika and Tuskegee along Interstate 85, but nothing around here. And again, radar's going to be quiet for a while. There's Arlene, but notice how the rest of the Atlantic Basin is so quiet. The air is very dry out there. And we'll just see how it goes. But again, there's a closer look. That's the visible shot of Arlene. Top winds up to 50 miles per hour. Look at the enhanced infrared. That looks pretty impressive. It's like developing a CDO, a central dense overcast. And that thing's ramped up considerably more than many of the models had it with that awfully warm water and light winds aloft. And it's awfully close to the Mexican coast, and that should be in late tonight. There's a pretty decent little tropical storm. Main issue, heavy rain, especially along and north of the circulation center over Mexico. All right. You numerical weather prediction fans in WP, let's look at the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock local time tomorrow afternoon. Mandatory level here, 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet up. Pretty powerful trough coming through the western states, but a little hot, nasty ridge over the central U.S., pumped up to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and a trough off to the east. And what does it mean for us? It means we'll be in dry air. Should be a sunny day tomorrow. You know, the dew points never really came down today. A little slow and dropping, but we do think they'll be down in the low 60s tomorrow. And accordingly, it should feel better. But the heat comes back a little bit. We'll be in the low and mid-90s. We'll say 92 to 95 tomorrow. Friday, mostly sunny, mid-90s. And, yeah, we see the green blob there. A slight little easterly component, maybe trying to bring in some Atlantic moisture. But the chance of rain is so small, we're not going to mention that. And again, I think the GFS MOS numbers are too high with upper 90s. I think mid-90s are more like it. I don't know if you can tell the difference between 99 and 95, but mid-90s are more like it. There's Saturday, and the good soil moisture is the reason for that. Sunny with mid-90s. Same thing Sunday. Cold front well to the north. There's Monday, the 4th of July, Independence Day. And that old big old 588 circle covers much of the United States, forcing the westerlies up on the Canadian border. And down below that, the GFS is still trending pretty dry for Monday. So we'll kind of scale down the chance of rain, maybe up the high a notch or two. Now, the MOS has a high here of 100 Monday. I don't think we get there. 96, 95, I think that's more like it. Still hot. Tuesday still looks pretty dry. And a week from today, just not much happening as the ridge is in control. We'll go out to the end of the forecast, July 15th. Big vortex up over northern Canada and Hudson Bay. But it's not going to do much down here because of the old 588 ridge, and that suggests the weather just not changing much. Hot, steamy, maybe a thunderstorm in spots. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. That's ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.